Okay, let's try this again. This will be the third time I've tried to do this video, phone calls, and anyway, good afternoon. It's Lynn, the leather bag lady here. Hope you're having a great day. It's Friday, and it's kind of a gloomy Glasgow day. I was born in Glasgow, so it feels very much like home to me this damp day. But that being said, we're here together. If you're new to my channel, if you're new to my videos, I am a hobbyist reseller. I enjoy looking for leather treasures, mostly purses. Did the clothing shoe thing a while back, and just too much uncertainty with clothing. Purses, it is what it is. It's the size it is. You can take a measurement. Your feet, you got to worry about width and clothing. Every company cuts their fabric differently. Can't be bothered. So purses is where I landed, and purses is what I love. I've been a purse lover, shoe lover my whole adult life. So this is not a very far stretch for me to now be looking for leather gems out there in the streets so that I can pass on unique pieces of fashion history to you. If there's a story to tell with each bag, I am happy to tell it. That's part of what I enjoy doing. But for the most part, most of them, they're obscure brands that no longer exist, and they're just out there for the next advocate for unique pieces of fashion. So that being said, I've got three bags for you today that I really didn't ever think I would get a chance to sell, just because they are quite hard shelled and they're a little bit thicker than the typical softer leather bags that I get, which means I can kind of squish them down and ship them out. I'm learning as I'm going that the shipping it's a range. So you have your bottom end and your top end, but everything in between is kind of the same price. So that's where I'm at the moment. I have a feeling that the bags I'm going to be presenting to you today are just as expensive as the bags that I presented to you yesterday. So it'll be a bit of an experiment. And shipping here in Ontario, Canada is not great. But I did notice this morning, I was watching a video of one of my bag seller colleagues, that she has just been informed that she's no longer able to use the UPS or USPS envelopes for her bags. So she's now attaching $15 onto most of her bags for shipping, which it hurts because, yeah, you got a bag that's $45, $50, $60. You add 20 bucks onto that. Now it's not affordable anymore. Or it's so close to what people could buy, new in the store. So it makes it more important for us to look for uniqueness. And with the vintage stuff, it doesn't seem to be that way as much, because they are little pieces of fashion history. They're usually one-offs. As I said, the companies are typically not in business anymore. There's a little bit more value to that bag. But my other side of my business, where I'm selling, Danier Leather, the Sac, Tina Nello, just kind of the mall brands. When you can go to Winners and buy it on sale for 80 bucks, why would you buy it from me for 40? Now, there is the argument that I don't charge tax, and 40 is 40, and most of my bags are in brand new condition. So you're still saving $40 plus tax. But some people still have a little bit of a phobia about secondhand goods, which I've been into some consignment stores and I look at the way they are presenting their purses. I don't care about the clothing, and I am just stunned. There is no way I would let a bag leave my hands without it being the best that it can absolutely be. Now, that being said, when I do get unique little pieces, which is going to be the first bag I show you, I do make an exception. So this first bag is unique as far as I'm concerned in its shape. Now, I've had these bags, and I did a video on one just last week with this kind of Indian motif, but I've never come across one this shape. It has a little shoulder strap, which you could easily take it off and add a crossbody if you wanted to. So this bag just has a little bit more wear than I would normally present in my shop. And the reason that I am presenting it is because it is unique. I feel it's unique anyway. So the wear I'm talking about is, we've got a little bit of rusting here. There's just a little bit of, I'm sure that could probably be re-glued. And here I'm going to sneeze again. When is it when I talk to you guys I sneeze? Oh, all right, maybe we can avoid it. So the lining inside is damaged. The sides are there, but the bottom has come apart. Now, all this discoloration is dye from the leather. The tanning dyeing process for leather is really quite brutal, and it actually produces a lot of pollution in the water. Toronto used to be quite a mecca for tanneries down by Lake Ontario back in the 50s and 60s. A lot of my vintage leather is from Canada, but it was the Tip Top Tailor building downtown Toronto, if you are local, I believe was a tannery at one time or in that area. So it's all part of the process, and it's all part of the understanding of, what story a bag brings. If you are handy and you wanted to cut out a new gusset for that lining, you could stitch that and put that lining right back in. Or if you were like me, I'd probably take the lining out completely. But I didn't want to make that decision for whoever thinks this is just a great little piece of history. Got little feet. So that's bag number 1. Bag number 2 is very, very, very structured. It is embossed leather, kind of made to look like hand tooled. It's not hand tooled, but it is a very unique shape. It has a nice sturdy bottom, gussets on the side. Now this will soften with wear. I don't think this has ever been used. It's got top handle, gold tone hardware, nice strap, which probably, yeah, you could get it crossbody. Absolutely. I didn't think you would be able to. It's a great bag. Just a little flip up. The leather is all lined, and you have a zip here. And it is quite a solid bag, but they seem to be in fashion right now. A lot of the Kate Spade, they're all, they call it Saffiano leather. They're quite sturdy, quite hard. Not my cup of tea at all. But I love the color. I love the toffee color. So that's bag number 2. Bag number 3, I really, really, really like. This to me is a crystal Carrington bag. Isn't that gorgeous? How unique is that? It's, oh, I thought that looked a little wonky. There we go. So it is, again, hard shelled. Nice gusset on the bottom. The leather is really nice. And then it's got this faux croc. It is real leather. It's embossed leather. But look at this. So you open your one pouch, 2 side pouches. And it's extremely clean inside. But then you open up another one, and there's just a little slip pouch in there. Now, this is kind of a unique situation. Normally, the fading happens under. Well, I guess that would be, well, no, because normally this bolder color would be here because of the flap. This is kind of worked in the opposite with this one, which is kind of odd because usually the exposed area gets kind of bleached, but for whatever reason, this one's been opposite, but I don't care. I love this bag. I think this bag is so unique. It's got a adjustable strap. You could put another little hole in there, which would make it quite a bit more comfortable as a crossbody. Just that extra inch or two would be a great thing. So really, really love this bag. It's one of my favorites. I'll be really sad to see this one go. Just not big enough for me at all. But here it is. It's listed in my Etsy store, as are all the bags I share with you. Hope you're going to have a great weekend. Christmas is coming, guys. Wendy at the post office asked me to shout out to you again. Get your parcels out early. The lineups are already starting to happen. And somebody said to me that Hamilton was getting locked down today. I thought we already were. So anyway, be safe, and I will talk to you on Monday. Bye now.